Okay, so I'm Sagittarius998 Adam, and I'm not planning to start a channel, don't worry. Um, but what I am planning to do is record a few videos today, not just today, but pretty much over, maybe I'll record, a few videos today, basically 4 or 5 World Challenge, Russian Challenge, Canadian, US, we'll see what I'll do. And, excuse me. And basically, just sort of show off some of my strategies, maybe. Now that Nighty isn't recording videos, this is something that I wanted to do for a while, but maybe now I have the setup to do it. So, let's see. We can start with, I guess we could start with a Canadian challenge, sort of a warm-up. I mean, I think it's really the easiest one that we would do. 4-minute Canadian challenge, just like the Great White North. Yeah, sure. I don't really know how I would copy the link. I mean, yeah, whatever. Start challenge. Okay, so we appear to be, it's a repeat. So there's that. Too many repeats recently in Canadian challenges. It's like it's like starting to be like the Eurovista. I mean, I know this one was in Quebec. I don't know where in Quebec, so it's pretty much going to be as good as if it was a new location, so it's not really a huge thing, but really, yeah, I really wonder why there's been so many repeats recently. Almost every challenge now has like 1 or 2 repeats for Canadian. I mean, we had that with Eurovista, that's what led to Eurovista's demise, so let's see, it's Sinkashin. Yeah, okay. So I'm going fast since there's a time limit, 4-minute time limit. There's an Ultramar gas station. Actually, we know we're in Quebec because of the, I mean, I know this was a repeat location, but Ultramar is only found really in the eastern provinces of Canada. As far as I know, mostly in Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, Atlantic Canada, but also apparently in Quebec. So that's a clue, for sure, pointing to it. I mean, other than, everything's in French, so there's that, too. Okay, here we go. 363 and 354. 363 and 354. The auto route 40, which is that blue sign. So let's see, there's 348, 347. C 363. 360. I apologize for the sirens if you hear that in the background. Something's, I don't know, happening in here. There's St. Catherine. There's a railroad track. We're on the, what were we on? It should say, because I remember it did say. Yeah, it's on the 363 north. So we came to, let's see. Oh, here we go. We were right by this railroad track. Indeed, we're right there. Yep, 5,000 points. Good location, even though it was a repeat. Next round, not a repeat. I don't think it is. There's no. Stella Ambler for the Conservatives. Other candidates are available. Let's see. Looks kind of like Ontario, I would say. Actually reminded me of that London guess a couple of weeks ago. This is where I thought maybe it's that London guess again. It's another repeat, but I don't think so. I think we're a new location, Switzer Cardi. Not going to help. I mean, now it's a game of escaping suburbia, which might be, here we go. We're out of the development. Kind of. Not, it's a bigger road at least. There's even lines on this one. Let's see. What is this? It's Winston Churchill Boulevard, National Bank, and Bromsgrove Road. Okay, so Churchill and Bromsgrove. There's a bus that's probably going to disappear. Yeah. Tim Hortons, I think. Yep. No, it's actually not. It's a pizza. Other pizza shops are available. It looks like an industrial city, which is why I was thinking maybe London, maybe Hamilton. Certainly Southern Ontario-esque to me. There's a sign there for an Ontario route, I think. Yeah, right here for the 403 and the DQEW, which is, well, the QEW is a 401, I think. Yeah, the QEW is a 401. Are we in Windsor then? Does the QEW go through Windsor? I thought it just went from Yeah, it just goes from, oh, the QEW doesn't even have a number. It's just right here. And then the 403. So we are in Hamilton, I guess, which makes sense based on how industrial the area was. Now, is there a Winston Churchill Boulevard? Maybe this? That's Main Street. Okay. So, it's Royal Windsor Drive now and Winston Churchill. Royal Windsor Drive, I don't see it. Minute 43 seconds still. Wait, the 403 and the QEW were in that direction? West. What is that? Is that a Bentley Mulsanne? I think it was. Anyway. Yeah. Crossing a railroad track. There's railroad tracks here. Basically everywhere. Going through the entire city right here. So I don't think that's not going to help us. I don't see... What are we on? We're now on Windsor Drive. Or Royal Windsor Drive. So now it's just... Where is the 4... I mean, because those signs for the 403 are kind of everywhere in Ontario. At least, well, around the 403, but... Let's see if we're actually going to... It looks like here... Yeah, the QEW towards Hamilton. So we're not in Hamilton. Not in Hamilton, we're instead in perhaps St. Catharines. The railroad track. There is. Is there... No. Not Royal Windsor Drive. Could also be in Niagara Falls for that matter. Let's just go on the highway. Okay, here we go. 27 seconds left, not much time. Trafalgar Road, exit 118 on the QEW. There's exit 48. There's exit 71. So we're north of Hamilton. Presumably then, yeah, 105. 118 here. Trafalgar, Cornwall, where did we start? The other direction, didn't we? Somewhere in here. In Oakville. Well, it was Oakville, I guess. Actually, Mississauga. I have family in Mississauga. Yeah, and there was Royal Windsor Drive. And Churchill. Yeah. Well, it was a fine location. I just didn't do particularly well on it. I guess by Canadian standards, because overall, I mean, getting 5 kilometers away is good any day of the week, really. But by Canadian standards, it's kind of, usually when you're 5 kilometers away, you know, you've lost the challenge, especially if Nighty's playing. So anyway, it's the Manitoba 17. I could find that now, probably. It's right there. Now we have to find where, because, well, it's kind of a long road. And so it's pretty big north-south, as every Canadian province or territory. We're entering a town, actually. We're entering Toulon, which I saw. Yep, there's Toulon. So we took a bend. Took a bend right there. And then, is that another... It looks like there's another bend over there. There's a road to the left. Probably a driveway. And it's a pretty long stretch of road. It's really north-south, and then there's a left bend. Okay, so we're here. There were 2 bends then in the other direction. Pretty much at the first one. Like, we're right there. 5,000 points. Okay, 4th round. Quebec, maybe? That looks like, well, we'll see. South Caribou. Square dance. Well, I know Caribou in Maine, but I'm not familiar. It's not spelled that way, and I'm not familiar with any Caribous in Canada, at least any cities. I have the name of Caribou. 250 is the area code. I don't know any Canadian area codes, so I don't even know I said it because it's not going to help. We got a sign here. Food, lodging, I don't know. Let's see. There's more. There's a lot of signs in this direction for, again, food and lodging. 108 mall. Like 108 kilometers. Or 108 kilometer marker, perhaps. If so, then kind of in the middle of nowhere, considering they name places after the mile markers, not after any towns. But it's still, I don't know. On one hand, I could see this being sort of a, like, I could see this being West Coast, or not necessarily West Coast, but foothills of the Rockies, like in Alberta, maybe even BC, because it is BC. 97. We're in the eastern part of BC. That goes through Kelowna, yeah. Goes through Kelowna and, yeah, pretty much only through Kelowna, actually. Really just in here along this lake. Now, perhaps we know the kilometer marker, but that's really not going to help. We need a, well, we saw Caribou. Caribou is city. I don't see a city by the name of Caribou. Well, the 97 goes through here, Clinton, 93 miles. Oh, okay. If we were at like 118, we would be in here. Right. Well, oh, there's Caribou Nature Provincial Park. That's 127 miles though. Why is it mile? I guess Canada used to use miles, right? And then just switched over. So let's see. Rounded a bend. There was an airport, which is a good clue actually. There's an airport. Are there any airports in here? I don't see any airports. North Caribou. What road are we looking at here? There was a sign. Easy Drive. Well, easy probably. Just really, really bad spelling. Let's see. There's 122 miles. There's the Caribou Nature Provincial Park. The 130 mile. Like, I mean, at this point, because the thing that we saw said like 108 mile. Yeah, it was 108 mile. So, looking at 108 mile ranch right here. We see Caribou Drive. Do we see Easy Drive? There's an airport. There's Easy Drive. Okay, we started north of that. Near the bend. There's the bend. So we're right around here, I think. Yep, 6.4 miles. I like that. And final location. We're on a highway. I think this might be a repeat. I don't know. Whatever. We're on an auto route. Probably the 40. It's really not very many, or not the 40, the TCH. There's not really that many actual freeways in Quebec. 287 Saint-Denis, Saint-Philippe-de-Neri, and Mount Carmel, or Mont Carmel, probably. That's the, well, let's see, exit 156. That's exit, no number. That's 376. So we're west. We're in the Montreal area then, so we could be on any number of highways. So maybe we should look for the 287 in Saint-Denis, as opposed to, you know, just looking at the TCH. Well, is there an exit 156 on the TCH? There's 138. Okay, so we would be in here somewhere. We would be in the Drummondville area, which, well, no, 156 would be 160, 157. Okay, so we're not on the TCH. 287. So there's many highways that we could actually be on, since it looks like this is more western Quebec. So let's see. We're on the exit ramp. There should be something pointing to what road we're Saint Alexandre. Okay, what road are we getting onto? Getting onto the 20. The 20 is, there's the 20. So is it numbered 337? No, I'm pretty sure it's not numbered, yeah, 496. So 20 is the TCH, but it's also, well, it continues out of, does it run with the TCH? It probably does, yeah. Which is kind of confusing, since, yeah, there's 97, there's 287 and 230. Because the 20 comes out of Montreal here, but we're not here. This is 48, so we're on the TCH, but at the same time, we couldn't find either of those two exits. 287 and 230. Let's see if we can find 287 and 230, and maybe we can work with that. I mean, it would have to be in the Drummondville area. It would have to be in the Drummondville area. So, I mean, let's put a marker down for now. But this is Yeah, it's auto route 20, but so it's just kind of need a maybe there's what just happened? Okay, can only go on this exit ramp apparently. Okay, let's see if there's gonna be an exit marker, or not exit marker, but oh, but it's kilometer 457. Now, have they changed the system so that it's now? Yeah, here we go. 287. Yeah, 287, 230. Mount Carmel. We started on the exit ramp, didn't we? No, we didn't. We started by the bridge going east, like right here. Yeah, that's exactly where we were. 5,000 points and 24,947. I mean, it was a fine game. I enjoyed the locations, even though we did have a repeat in. Where was the repeat again? Repeat was in. It was in Quebec. Yeah, it was in Quebec. It was right here, Saint Casimir. That was a repeat. Which is unfortunate, but again, it was kind of a nice game. It's a shame about that Mississauga Oakville one, but it's kind of what happens in suburbia sometimes. It's hard to figure out where. I didn't realize it was that industrial over in here, because I guess I was just associate industry and sort of a Rust Belt feel with Hamilton, but yeah, I don't get the Toronto suburbs very often in Geoguessr, or I mean I don't know if they've ever actually appeared in the Great White North, so there's that. Well, okay, I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you for future episodes.